Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a kind of short story time. I'm kind of like running behind. I'm supposed to go to class in like a few minutes and we have to do like a presentation type situation, and like my entire fucking like group is like guys besides me, and it's just like I'm over this. Like I don't want to be in a group full of guys. Like I swear to God, like no offense, but I just feel like guys never want to actually do anything when like it's actually time to like actually work. But anyway, I'm not really looking forward to that shit. It's for my business law class and it's like a little bit annoying and I really don't want to go, but I haven't been in like 3 weeks because I ended up like getting sick with the flu, and then I also had like a bad reaction to an antibiotic. So I've been like super sick for the past like about honestly 2 weeks now, but we're back and we're ready to like fuck shit up. But today is going to be a story time about this guy that I kind of had like a fling with over the summer. He was like my little like, you know, vacation little summer fling. So basically I met this guy on Bumble. He had like a flow. It was like down to like right here. I kind of like guys with longer hair sometimes. I think it's kind of like fun and sexy and stuff. And it had like a little curl, so he was looking real cute and like surfer bro-esque. But so I met him on Bumble and I was kind of like ignoring him because I knew I would have like really fallen for this guy, and of course I ended up doing that. But like I was like, oh, he's cute. Like he had a really cute smile and he was a cute guy. And so he ended up like messaging me after I messaged him, because on Bumble you have to message them first. So like he messaged me and I messaged him and I was like, fine. So he ended up like actually living in these houses behind the apartments I live in. He was like down here. He went to like school in like Pennsylvania or something like that. He went to like, it was near like Hershey, Pennsylvania, like somewhere super far away. But he was like renting some houses over behind where I live because like a lot of students rent out houses there. And he was like staying for the summer and doing like this little like traveling job, like selling like pesticide or whatever. It was like a super weird situation. There's like something on my camera, so I'm sorry if I keep like looking at that. But yeah, so he was like down here like selling pesticides or whatever with his friends, which is like super like sus if you kind of think about it. But anyway, he was down here and they were just like living their life, you know, like going off, like driving to Charleston, the low state, and then like places around here and all kind of stuff. And so literally, you know, we ended up like finding a day that worked for us to meet. So he ended up like meeting me in front of my apartment building because he walked up here, and y'all, like we saw each other and we were like hooked. Like me and this dude were super duper into each other. Like he was so cute. He had the prettiest, like most straight smile. He literally had beautiful like brown eyes. And you know, like when you meet someone with brown eyes and like, you know, the sunlight hits it and it looks like pools of honey, like deep dark brown, like golden honey. Like I love people with brown eyes. Like I've actually dated a lot of guys with brown eyes. I was just thinking about that. Like they have gorgeous like eyes in the sunlight. Like I love it. I think it's so beautiful. Like definitely blue eyes and green eyes have like, you know, that like leg up or whatever like regularly, but like when you're in direct sunlight, brown eyes and hazel eyes are like gorgeous. And like so we met and I was so into him. We ended up going to this place and getting like dinner. We ended up coming back. You know, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, we ended up like hitting it off and like, you know, stuff happened the first night. And I ended up like letting him stay kind of late. And so he ended up leaving like, you know, later that night, and it was a really good time. And do you know, like when you are at the start of a situationship and like, you know, it starts and it's like you keep seeing each other? Well, we would like keep seeing each other after that. Like he would come over and like we would watch TV, we would smoke, we would like go out, like get food, we would like go out to the bars together. Like we started hanging out like all the time, and I was like obsessed with this dude. Like he was basically like my boyfriend. We would hang out like all the time. He, you know, really had my heart. Like I really cared about him. And yeah, so we would always hang out and stuff, and like he would come over and we would just do our thing, and it was like a really good situation we had. And I really started getting feelings for this guy, y'all. Like, I was super into him. Like, I was just like, oh, he's super cute. And so I was like, you know, out with him one night, and it was literally like a Friday night. And I remember we went to this place called Art Bar that I love going to. My friends and I always like to go to Art Bar. And so we ended up like going there. And so I ran into my friend Abby and her friend Palmer. And I love them so much. But we ran into them, and they got to like kind of like see him in person or whatever. And so basically, like, you know, he was able to kind of meet my friends. And yeah, like we would just go out all the time, and we would like really chill a lot. So I was really like hooked on him, and so I had feelings, and he knew that I had feelings. Like, I don't care what he says, like, or whatever, because we ended up like having a conversation actually a few weeks ago, and he admitted that he kind of did have feelings for me and that he fucked everything up, which of course I'm not the problem. Like, it's definitely you. It is definitely not me. It is definitely you. But anyway, I'm so fucking toxic. Like, I'm just like, yeah, it's definitely you. But no, like, so literally we went out that night. We ended up coming back, and he told me like this really personal secret. Like, I can't share it on here, but he told me this very personal, like deep, dark secret. And I thought that it was going to bring us closer together, because normally, you know, when you're like sharing stuff with someone and it's like super like vulnerable, it helps you like build your relationship and you get like closer with each other. But that's not like what happened with him. And basically he ended up like spending the night, and we ended up in the morning like going to get some hot chicken, because like I live across the street from this like hot chicken place that everyone thinks is so good, but I think it's kind of like gross. But anyway, we went there, and I drove him, like just being nice, I drove him to like the house he was staying at behind mine apartment. Like, it's only like maybe a 5-minute walk, but I would like drive him sometimes, like if he wasn't spending the night, or like the next morning I would drive him just because I'm nice. And I shouldn't have fucking did that, because he didn't deserve it. But I literally took him to get the hot wings and drove him to his house, and that was the last time I saw this dude. Like, literally this was 2 days before 4th of July, and we were supposed to see each other like both of those days, because like I said, we would hang out like literally almost every day, like all the time. So it was like super like not normal for this dude to like cancel. He ended up canceling that night, and then the night like after that, because he said he was tired. But I was literally like working as a hostess at this time, and I was so upset, y'all. Like, I was so upset. And then 4th of July came, and me and Abby were like outside literally all day. Like, we were legit outside from like noon to like 2 o'clock in the morning. And he was supposed to come, my like guy at the time, he was supposed to come, and he literally like did a no call, no show. Like, you're fucking fired. Like, that's how it should be. Like, he did a no call, no show. So like that really hurt me. But we were literally just drinking liquor straight out of the bottle. Like, we had a bottle of like vodka, and it was like this big, like the big ass handle, and we were literally just drinking out of it all fucking day, like mixing fruit juices. So we were getting lit, and we weren't really caring, but like it did bother me. And so like, you know, later that night Palmer ended up coming with some of her friends, and so did Susie and stuff like that. And then like Palmer had brought this deaf guy named Cole, who like was like a worker at her like summer camp with her, and he was literally so lit. It was a lot of fun. This was around like probably 10 or 11 at night. We were super drunk. My makeup was like all off my face, because we were like played in the pool, like drunk as fuck all day. And so he was like lit on moonshine, and we were having such a good time. So I ended up like salvaging the night, but he did kind of like ruin my 4th party like at the very beginning, but I got over that. And so like a day after that, like I didn't hear anything after him. So on the 5th of July, he literally like was supposed to be moving to this like other small town like about 30 minutes north of here called Prosperity, because see, they would like move around with their company and like rent out little houses, like sublease. And so I knew he was doing this, but y'all, he literally left without telling me or anything. Like, he literally did not give a fuck. Like, all the nice stuff I had did for him, like letting him spend the night over here, letting him eat my food, like literally just everything, like being a good person, basically being his girlfriend, he literally did not give a fuck. Like, this dude literally just left and moved 30 minutes away without letting me know anything. And I was heartbroken, y'all. Like, I was so upset. Like, I was literally listening to Hits Different by Taylor Swift on fucking repeat. Like, I was so upset, you guys. Like, it was really upsetting. And he literally had the audacity to like basically ignore me. So I was just so upset. I was so upset that I ended up just unadding him on everything. And like months and months passed. I ended up getting to like another situationship. And like it was just not a good time. I was super emotionally like hurt and distraught. And a few weeks ago, actually, I was upset over one of my other exes. And so I was feeling like strong enough to finally like confront him. So I messaged him and I was like, hey, you really hurt me. You didn't have to do that. Like, you know, XYZ, just, you know, getting it off my like chest or whatever. And he was literally like, yeah, I thought it was like all my fault anyway. Like I was going through a rough patch. And so he was like, yeah, I thought I had just fucked it up so much that you didn't want to hear from me. So I was like, yeah. So we were just like talking about what happened or whatever. And he admitted that it was his fault, like everything that happened, because he was just going through a rough patch apparently. I feel like every fucking guy says that. Like, you know, I mean, everyone's going through something. You don't need to treat someone like shit because of it. But yeah, so he ended up doing that, and he wanted to like add my Snapchat back, and I was kind of just like, I don't really know about that. But my dumb ass literally let him have it again. So I like added his Snap again. We were like talking, and y'all, this dude literally left me on delivered for like 18 hours. And I don't know why this did this for me, but y'all, I was hurting over this guy for months. I was like crying. I was listening to sad music. I just could not understand why he did me that way when I was so good to him. And the truth is that there really does not have to be a reason. Like, people are going to treat you like shit if they want to. And he was just like determined to be a piece of shit. So after he left me undelivered for like nearly 20 hours, something just in my body was like I'm over it. Like I was like, I don't deserve this. This dude is a piece of shit, and how dare he like leave me on red this long. So I literally like finally had the like courage to like stand up and be like stand up to myself and be like, okay, well, I'm not putting up with this. So literally I ended up blocking him on everything again, y'all. And I'm done with him now. Like, I don't even have feelings for him. Like, it's really strange because I was scared to like reach out to him because I was scared like it would reignite the feelings. But honestly, it helped me get over him because like I was putting him on a pedestal, and now I see that he's not shit. Like, he never was shit. And like clearly he's not now. So yeah. So it helped me like get over him, honestly, and I'm like good now. Like, I don't even think about him. Like, literally the other night I was like chilling, having a night in, and he literally sent me like a message on Instagram saying like, if you've ever like played with yourself, I'm not gonna say a word, but like if you ever played with yourself, to me, or like whatever. It was just one of those things, like saying if you've ever like jerked off to someone, like send it to them, which is weird, don't do that. But he sent me one of those, and I was like, I know you did that to me, but it'll be the last time because I want like nothing to do with you. So yeah, I'm completely done with him. He can take his trifling ass elsewhere. I don't deserve that. I'm hot. I don't deserve any of that bullshit. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that. I'm starting to get hot. I tried to put on like this sweater to give you like some fall, like winter vibes, but yeah, it's starting to get hot, so I don't want like to pass out, so it's gonna be the end of this story. I'm about to go to class, so I hope you enjoyed this little quick story time. Please don't like entertain men that are being garbage. That's never a good idea, and I hope this was entertaining for you. Because it's just like really wild how guys can be super trifling and like extra, and then like they'll like want to come back into your life and then like ignore you. So it's like, you just want access to me, you don't actually want me or like me or whatever. But yeah, with that being said, fuck him. And so I hope you all have a good day, and yeah,